Welcome again to Mission Alive from MSC Mission Office, and truly the mission is alive. There are so many aspects of it, so many things to do. I've been talking a little bit about the spirituality of the church, and that is church mystery of communion, and trying to discern what is this communion, this unity. Unity of God with God's people, amongst ourselves, and with creation. The aspect I want to look at today is discernment. Discerning whatever we need to discern in our life. And we discern many things, and we make decisions about many things. And perhaps in today's world, where there are so many things available to us, maybe that's one reason we're all going a bit crazy, because there's too many decisions to be made to whether I'll have coffee or not, or what coffee I will have, or whether I should have tea, right up to major decisions in our life as to what I do. And especially at the moment with this pandemic, how do I discern and decide what I should be doing? And what we should be doing. So there's two aspects of it. There's the individual discernment and the community discernment, the communal discernment. So we discern in order to decide together, or as an individual we discern. So I want to look at the individual just for the moment. I'll start with a little story from Mount Hagen in Papua New Guinea, where I was for about 10 years. And I was there when mobile phones came in. The company Digicel put repeater stations all around the country, and they worked well. They must have put a lot of effort and a lot of money into it. And along with Digicel, the company that provided the units for the phones to be used was called Flex. It was a different company, but the two went together. Now, I was talking one day to a man in Mount Hagen who was the regional director for Flex. No, sorry, I made a mistake there. He was the regional director for Coca-Cola. And he said that since Flex came in, the Coca-Cola sales had gone down, and they didn't come up again, which was really interesting. So I thought, what is going on? And then I thought, well, somebody from out in the village comes into Mount Hagen, the big city, and he's got a certain amount of money in his pocket, and he knows what he wants to do with that. He wants to go and pay some school fees, wants to go and buy something for the house, wants to go and buy some clothes, he wants to go and give some money to his uncle or somebody. So he knows what he's going to do with his money. And then at the end of the day, he has a few bucks left over in his pocket. What to do with it? Previously, go and buy Coke, drink Coca-Cola. There's Coca-Cola in the city, there's not Coca-Cola in the village. But when Flex came in, what to do with those few extra bucks? You go and buy a Flex card, and you put units in your phone, and you ring up somebody. Your mother, your brother, your sister, your cousin. So communication. So there was a discernment. Wouldn't have been a big issue for them, because the value that they were following was relationships and communication. I can now communicate these people. So the big issue, not a big issue, the point was, the value was relationships and communication with people. So they would buy Flex instead of Coke. And interestingly, this manager said, hasn't come up again. So it was a persisting thing. So in that, there was discernment by the individual on many occasions when they had those few extra kina in their pocket, then across the board there was somehow a communal decision or a communal direction in favour of relationships, discernment. So when we discern as individuals, we think about the issues, we think about what is to be discerned, we think about all the different factors, the elements that are there. We may discuss it with a friend or somebody in the family or an advisor or somebody, a workmate. We discuss it and we get different points of view, and then we weigh all that up. Now, a big part of that too as Christians is we are guided by the Spirit, and that is the Spirit of truth. So it is good at times when we are discerning particularly important matters in our life to perhaps to sit quietly and allow the Spirit to speak within us. And when we listen to others, as we did with dialogue, we listen carefully because other people also have elements of the truth. And we might hear from them what we need to hear to discern, and then we decide. And often when we decide, we find a peace within us, a peace and a certainty and an assurance and a direction to go. And so then that's the point there, is to continue and to be faithful to that. So discernment for ourselves is also part of our mission, so that we can discern our life and our passage of life and to go on with mission and to be church. Thank you. We'll see you next time.